So then you get to Duke, take your redshirt year. Then 2011 Carolina game was kind of, I don't know if you feel that way. It was like the Seth Curry coming out party. Where we're
That was a
down.
dope game.
Yeah, we're down 14 at half, and then you and Nolan just go crazy. 35 minutes off the bench somehow. What do you remember? What do you remember about that game and that comeback?
I just remember that was my first actual Duke Carolina experience at all. Like I wasn't recruited there out of high school like most of y'all, so I didn't get a chance to go to any Duke Carolina games.
Mm-hmm.
I always hear about the atmosphere and what that game is like, but I was literally stepping into the fire without even seeing it firsthand. So I was excited about just being on the court and playing the game. And like you said, we got down early, and I mean we changed some things up with the way we were playing at half. I got hot. Nolan did his thing like he was doing all year, and it was a special night. Like that was literally the loudest I've ever heard Cameron in my 3 years there playing. Like I remember like we made a run. Somebody was shooting a free throw, and I could literally see the backboard kind of shaking. It was so loud in there.
Yeah, that was that was a fun game, man. That's one of the all timers for sure. It was dope to see and dope to watch you and Nolan do your thing. What do you remember? So then you have that big comeback that you're a part of, and then come back the next year and you go to Carolina and a part of a kind of a crazy comeback again. What do you remember about that comeback in 2012? Being down, I think we were down like 10, like 3 minutes left or something like that.
Yeah, I just remember I feel like we were outmatched.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
That was maybe like the only time I ever stepped on the floor. I'm like, this team is nice for playing against. Like, from head, like they had an NBA size, they were talented. But then we looked up at the end of the game and we had a shot. Like, I think I hit a three down, and they called a timeout. A coach called a timeout, and it was like, and we were only down like 7 or something.
Yeah,
so we got a chance to win the game. But I mean, I feel like that was one of those moments where everybody pitched in, everybody played a part in that win. And obviously Austin closed it off with a crazy shot at Carolina. So that was a fun time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you got two of the better stories in the Duke Carolina rivalry. I mean, I think it's tough to match those two stories for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, for whatever reason, I always had some of my best games against Carolina throughout the years. I remember my senior year, I had a crazy first half at Carolina too. So it's good to have those memories playing against Carolina.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can, I'm sure you told Danny about it a few times this year.
Yeah, we talk about it.
He has his own pretty good memories too, though. So
yeah, Danny got a chip.
Yeah,
he got a chip being on the floor.
Yeah. So then your senior year, what was it like? Dealing with that stress fracture and not practicing as much, or really at all.
Yeah, that was tough, man. It was tough because I mean, I was working hard going into the off season, get ready for my senior year, and all of a sudden, right before the season starts, I find out I have a stress fracture in my leg, and just trying to decide how I'm gonna go about it, whether I'm gonna have surgery right away and sit that year out. It was already my 5th year having to transfer and sit out, so I didn't want to come back for a 6th year. But I knew I wasn't gonna be able to practice as much as I wanted to and play. So coach had enough trust in me and believe that I could not practice throughout that entire year and still be able to help the team and play well. And that's just something I really appreciate coach for. Looking back on it, is, I mean, he didn't have to give me the opportunity and believe in me like that. So, I mean, that was a special year for me as well. Just figuring out who I was as a player.
Yeah, I mean, no practice, play all the games. That's like the holy grail for college players. I mean, was it as good as it sounded?
I knew what I was doing back then. I knew, like, I mean, just to watch the guys go through the hard work of the preseason and the practice schedule every year. It's not like the NBA where you're playing games and you're not really practicing in between games. That's in college. Practices are some of the hardest and biggest days of the week. So I'm on the sideline working. watching the guys work and just working on my little skills, getting spot shots, and then strapping them up for the games and getting ready to play. So I don't know how I did it, to be honest.
Yeah. So I mean, what did you have to do, to try and stay in shape? Because you're playing big minutes. Team relied
Yeah.
on you, to score the ball a lot, to stay in shape and to stay in rhythm. Not having that time on the court during practice.
We had to get creative. Jose, Nick, all the training staff, Coach Will, we all had to get creative in ways to keep me in somewhat good enough shape to play. And they had me running in the pool, like
Mm-hmm.
non-weight bearing type of conditioning, getting shots and working on my skills to where I didn't have to move around too much and cut as much outside of game. So, like I said, we were figuring out different ways to keep me ready, and it worked.